What is up, y'all? What is tea? I'm your girl, Oh No, and I'm here to clear up a possible misconception. So yesterday, I did an upload, and in that upload, the only point that I was trying to make was that I understand the frustration that King Jobs has towards Jay Wilson. And when I said it, I meant it. I wasn't talking about King Jobs and anyone else that was at that Labor Day event. And I feel as though there may be a possible misconception that when I justified King Jobs' behavior towards Jay Wilson, that I was justifying King Jobs' behavior as a whole towards his frustration towards everyone else who was at that event. Everyone else that has something to say to him or about him right now. That's not the case. Please don't switch the narrative and don't put the motherfucking sauce on it. Because we all know that what applies to one does not apply to all. That's like someone getting on here having an issue with a black person. And then someone else turns around and assumes that they have a problem with black people as a whole. That's like having an issue with a gay person. And instead someone takes that and switches it around and makes it seem like it stands for all gay people. I meant what I said. King Jobs has every right to be frustrated with Jay Wilson right now. And I'm not going to backpedal and pussy pop that. I meant it. Now, was King Jobs wrong for his actions in that live? Some of his actions in that live and some of his words in that live? Yes. Because what he did was he exuded anger and frustration, and he doesn't know how to use his words to express himself. Why? Because he's talking about going where someone lives and seeing them face to face and basically making idle threats with an undertone. I don't condone that. But do I condone getting on here cussing a person the fuck out? Oh, God, yes. Do I condone getting on here and being frustrated at times and fucking proving a point? Yes. But there's a limit to that. And when it comes to King Jobs and his issue with anyone else is a different topic in its entirety. Because I was justifying his behavior towards Jay Wilson does not mean that I condone his behavior when it pertains to him and anyone else. I'm not sitting up here saying that some of that shit that he did and said in that live was not wrong. But a lot of it was right. And a lot of it was the truth. And a lot of it need to be said. And that's what I mean when I talk about selective outrage. Because what King Jobs went on his live and did yesterday, it's kind of no different than what any and everyone else does in this sector. He got on a live and he went the fuck off. That ain't nothing new. We see that shit every day. What we don't see is weapons every day. And what we don't hear every day is a threat of an ass whooping. That's totally different. And see, people don't understand that sometimes when you vibe with someone or you connect with them, it's because you've been rocking in the same boat as them. I've had first-degree assault charges before. I'm not one of those people where I can sit up here and honestly say you'll never see my mugshot on this bitch. You might. I had an anger problem. And it took me a brick to calm the fuck down. I was one of those people where I like to put my hands on shit. I never really been a talker. My parents are not talkers. My siblings are not talkers. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. But at the end of the day, what does putting your fucking hands on people really do? I know one of y'all, everybody has that fucking one friend that has some badass kids. And she beat their ass with a switch and beat them with a belt. And yet and still they got a smart ass mouth and some badass motherfucking behavior. And no matter how bad or how hard or how often she beats their ass, they're still little shits. They're still bad. They still fucking up in school. They're still doing what the fuck they want to do. And they're stubborn and they're acting out. So putting your hands on someone does not necessarily change the fucking situation. It doesn't always make shit better. They might get in line for a minute and act right, but at the end of the day, they still gonna be who the fuck they are. They're still gonna do what the fuck they wanna do and act how they wanna act. A messy bitch is a messy bitch is a messy bitch. Some people are motivated by mess. They live by mess. They live in mess. And that's why they don't have a problem, and it's nothing for them to get on here and put up posts and say shit day after day after day, keeping a bunch of conflict going. They like it. Some people need drama just to be fucking soothed and satisfied. They the type of people that need to know that somebody else's life is fucked up just like theirs in order for them to be satisfied. And we can't all get on here and say, oh, well, I'm not like that. Because it's something that keeps bringing your ass back on here every day. And I'm calling it what the fuck it is. We all like it. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't be here. That's why people who get on here and be like, y'all just doing this and y'all need to stop that. Well, shit, you still watching? You still making videos? You keep coming back? What's drawing you here? What pulled you to this sector? What keeps you in this sector? The mess. The mess. And I got plenty of people that come down in my comment section and they don't always fucking agree with me. And I like their shit anyway. And I tell them, you know what? I realize that we have a difference of opinion. And I respect your opinion even though it does not align with mine. Thank you for being respectful. We can agree to disagree on here. But it's nothing to take that personal. You don't have to be so invested in it, so involved in it, so irate about it, enraged about it. Because when you turn it off, your real life is sitting right in front of you. We gotta remember, we don't know each other. And we don't owe each other shit. We just here. And no one likes for their narrative to be changed. Don't nobody appreciate people taking your words, flipping the shit, putting the sauce on it, adding shit with the ad-libs. I ain't say that. That's why I said Holiday Hard Wilson and King Jives. King Jives, I understand your outrage. I understand why you're angry right now towards him, not towards everybody. I was talking about one person and one person only because I know if I were in his shoes, I would be a little pissed right now too. We all would take it personal. I'm gonna see y'all later.